Hello, thanks for joining us on another episode of That's English.
Today's programme is about faith, and our documentary looks at the differences between Catholicism and Anglicanism.
The Anglican Church is also known as the Church of England. Its religious leaders are called priests, vicars and bishops.
And when a person becomes a religious leader, we say they have been ordained.
As you watch, answer this question. What has been one of the biggest changes in the Anglican Church recently?
Nearly 60% of the UK population describe themselves as Christian. Whilst a proportion of these are Catholic, the majority identify with Anglicanism. Anglican is a Latin word that means English church, and some Anglicans refer to themselves as C of E, meaning from the Church of England. The biggest difference between the Catholic and Anglican traditions originates from the central question, who is the main authority? For centuries, the power and authority of the Roman Catholic Church has remained with the Pope, the Bishop of Rome. But in the mid-16th century, King Henry VIII declared the Church in England independent of Rome and made himself head of the English Church. Today, the Church of England is run by a parliament-type organisation called the General Synod. Then there are bishops, who oversee the priests, who are also known as vicars. Because the Anglican Church is a reformed church, it has the flexibility to change and develop over time. Susanna Underwood is a priest at All Saints' Church in Datchworth.
The Church of England understands that God is eternal. He is the same yesterday and today and tomorrow, and he doesn't change. But the Church has always had to engage with the culture in which it finds itself. In terms of changes that have taken place in the Church of England over recent years, perhaps one of the most obvious ones is the issue of women priests and bishops. So the Church of England 20 years ago agreed through General Synod that they would ordain women, and since then there have been women clergy in many parishes across England.
Catholicism and Anglicanism originate from the same traditions. But despite their similarities, these two faiths do differ on some central issues. Whilst Catholic priests are married to the Church of England ordains priests who can marry and have families.
It's a challenge having a family and being involved in ministry, but it's also an absolute joy. So in some ways it's very much like any other working mother.
Jodie Stowell is another woman priest and works in an inner city parish.
The parish here is very diverse, so there would be lots of people from different faiths in the parish. There would be lots of people of varying ages, although I would say there would be more of a majority who are older, say over 50. What I want here is for our worship to speak to different types of people and to be open to the creativity which I think is inherent within God. So it's not just the same every Sunday. So what does our worship look like on a Sunday? If you looked around the church here, you would be able to see that we're not configured in perhaps a traditional way. We had a day of prayer, so we set our chairs up in a circle and around, and we had worship in that way. We will have also what we call a cafe-style setting, so we might have just tables so that people of different ages, when they come on a Sunday, will sit together. You know, there might be things for the children to do on the table, so we might do that in services that we call all-age services.
Despite a decline in church attendance over the last few decades, religion still plays an important role in modern society. Being able to adapt to the modern world is key to its survival.
Jodie's church looks very modern. I like the idea of having a cafe-style service.
Did you answer the question? What has been one of the biggest changes in the Anglican Church recently?
In terms of changes that have taken place in the Church of England over recent years, perhaps one of the most obvious ones is the issue of women priests and bishops. So the Church of England 20 years ago agreed through General Synod that they would ordain women, and since then there have been women clergy in many parishes across England.
The Church of England agreed that they would ordain women. So now there are women priests, vicars and bishops.
As you know, Britain has other religions. For example, Islam, Hinduism and Judaism.
Let's find out about other countries. We asked our international friends, is religion an important part of people's lives in your country? What kind of faiths or religions do people follow?
Like most countries in the Western world, New Zealand is now multi-faith, even though it's officially Christian. We have many Muslims and many Hindus in the country.
Religion is very important to most Americans. The framers of the Constitution very much believed in God. However, one of the most basic rights of every citizen is freedom of religion. So it's very tolerant of other religions as well.
Canada is a very diverse country with a lot of different religions. Some of the most popular ones we have are Christianity, Hinduism, Muslim, and Judaism.
I would say that religion is important in Australia. We are predominantly a Christian country. Not many people go to church, but we still uphold the values of the Christian faith.
Religion is at the backbone of Jamaican society. And the two main religions that have the biggest focus is Christianity and Rastafarianism.
Religion isn't as important as it used to be. However, we do have religious education in schools. We cover all different sorts of religions because of the variety of cultures of people that live in our country. But our state religion is Church of England because our Queen represents that religion.
Many English-speaking countries are religiously diverse. And in the US, freedom of religion is a basic human right.
Yes, the woman described New Zealand as a multi-faith country.
Now, it's time to head to Ireland, another country where religion is important.
In today's episode, Aidan visits Kilkenny in the southeast.
As you watch, answer this question. In what way does religion play a role in modern Irish life?
Hello, today I'm in Kilkenny, in the southeast of Ireland. This captivating medieval city was built on the banks of the River Nore. At one time, Kilkenny was considered to be the capital city of Ireland, with 2/3 of the country being ruled from here by the Irish Catholic Confederation. I'm at St. Canice's Cathedral, one of the most prominent structures in the city. This building dates back to the 13th century. But there has been a place of worship on this site since the 6th century. I'm here with Dean Catherine Poulton at St. Canice's Cathedral. Catherine, tell us a little about the special features here at the cathedral.
Well, this cathedral is an Anglican cathedral, and that, first of all, is one of the special features in that we can have women priests. But in terms of the building, the length of St. Canice's Cathedral is the second longest cathedral in Ireland. We have a lot of beautiful stained glass windows that depict the life of the church and the life of Jesus. We have some magnificent tombs that were made by local craftsmen, and the main roof is made from wood, and there are absolutely no nails in that ceiling. And further up the cathedral there is some special vaulting, and that vaulting is unique to this area.
Is faith and religion still an important part of modern Irish life?
What's very important in Irish modern life, people still like to mark the special occasions in their life with a religious ceremony, a baptism, a wedding in church and a funeral in church. These are all very important to people in Ireland today.
Thank you very much, Catherine.
Thank you, Aidan.
The Round Tower is over 30 metres high. It's a steep, challenging climb to reach the summit of the tower. But at the top, there's a fantastic bird's-eye view of Kilkenny and the surrounding countryside. We can see St Mary's Cathedral and St Francis Abbey. And over there is Kilkenny Castle. Kilkenny Castle is one of the most recognised landmarks in the country. The first castle was constructed here in the 12th century. In 1967, it was sold to the people of Kilkenny for just £50. The castle, gardens and parkland are today all open to the public. The outer buildings and the old stables of the castle have now been converted into the National Craft Gallery and the Kilkenny Design Centre. I am here with Grace Fagan at the Kilkenny Design Centre. Hello, Grace.
Hi, how are you?
Grace, can you tell me what's the aim of the centre?
Well, our aim for the last 25 years has been to promote and sell beautiful, unique Irish products and to serve wonderful food.
And what kind of products can people expect to find here?
Well, in our shop we have a huge range of products. We have soaps, candles, fragrances, rugs made just down the road, beautiful knitwear, jewellery, silver, gold, a whole range of products. And our ceramics, which we're very proud of.
And these ceramics are actually made on site?
Yeah, they're made by Ray Power from Castle Arch Pottery.
Well, I think we're going to go and have a look at that pottery, and I'll see you next time in the Aran Islands.
Can you believe Kilkenny Castle was sold to the public for just £50 in 1967?
I would have paid at least £100 for it.
Did you answer the question? In what way does religion play a role in modern Irish life?
People still like to mark the special occasions in their life with a religious ceremony, a baptism, a wedding in church and a funeral in church. These are all very important to people in Ireland today.
People still mark special occasions with a religious ceremony, like a wedding or a baptism.
That reminds me, I'm going to my friend's Hindu wedding this weekend. It lasts all day, apparently.
Oh, enjoy it! Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time on That's English.
See you.